And I think so many times in my life when managing this severe autism diagnosis, I've just wanted to be sad. And I've just wanted a safe space to talk about the really hard things that we're going through that no one understands. At least that's what it feels like. I just want to share that I'm terrified of dying.
Hey special family, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, I'm AutismMom, and on this channel we talk about autism and everything in between. Today we're doing another fair use reaction video. Let's take a look at the video.
This message is for anyone living with grief. And I'm pretty sure it's relevant whether you're at the beginning of your grief journey, if you don't recognize it as a grief journey yet, or if you're in the middle. There is no end with grief, so it's beginning and middle. There's this pressure to always put a bow on everything. There's this pressure when we're sharing, when we're living, to always be positive. And I think so many times in my life when managing this severe autism diagnosis, I've just wanted to be sad. And I've just wanted a safe space to talk about the really hard things that we're going through that no one understands. At least that's what it feels like. I just want to share that I'm terrified of dying. I'm terrified of dying. Who's going to take care of this boy after I'm gone? I'm terrified he's going to be abused. I'm terrified of everything. And I just want to talk about it. Talk about the parts that might not get better. The parts that just are, that are just sad, that are just uncomfortable. And there's this pressure to always be positive, to always share a happy smile at the end. I swear I was raised to always just be happy. It's okay to be sad sometimes. It's okay to be real. It's okay just to have a conversation. It's okay.
I 100% agree with her. There is no end to the grief because I'm still going through it. And this notion of always having a positive vibe, or you're a strong person, God knew you were strong or else he wouldn't give you this task. I am so sick of that comment. Don't give me that comment. I'm not strong. I'm trying to make it to the next day, and the next day I'm gonna make it to the next day. I'm just like you, just with special circumstances, which I have no choice but to figure out a way to work through them. My son didn't ask for this. He didn't ask to be born like this. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't affect me. It affects me deeply. It affects me mentally. It affects me physically. It affects me that sometimes I don't know how to crawl out of this pit. This pit of emotion. This pit of grief. This pit of sadness. Sometimes I just want to call someone just to get it out. And once I get it out, I vent. I feel so much better in that moment, because it's like you're at this peak with all these emotions, all these feelings just balled up in one, and if you don't get it out, you just gonna bust out crying for no reason, and then people are gonna think something is wrong with you. But it's just a ball of emotion that is rolled up, just like a child when he can't express himself and then he has this meltdown, which we call a meltdown, but it's a ball of emotion because of lack of expression, lack of not being able to communicate to let you know how they feel. I know that was a lot, but we can't trust any and everybody with our emotions. We can't trust any and everybody with our feelings, because there are evil people out there who will use it back at you. Let's go to the comment section and see if some parents agree with her and what their opinion is of this message. First commenter says, my son is 21 with severe autism. I feel your grief. You couldn't have said it any better. That is my fear and worries all day, every day. That is top of my list of fears and worries. What if I die? Do I have everything in place? Is he going to be taken care of? Will they at least be 3/4 of what I am to him? What if they can't handle him? So that's why I've decided to make sure if I'm still alive, to have all these things in place, that when I go, I can go in peace, because I don't see the peace coming no time soon. But okay, let's continue with her comment. And you try to stay positive, but I don't care what anyone says. It's impossible. No one understands it unless they live it. That's why they say he who feels it knows it. I am listening to you because it helps to know others understand how hard and depressing this is, because no one else gets it. And the one thing that gets me so upset is when people say, you know, it could be worse. Okay, I agree with that to a point, but this is my worst, and that's why they don't understand. So I guess what she's trying to say is, you know, when people tell you, you know what, this is your carriage, but it could be worse. Look at people in Africa. I know you're punishing of, let's say they see somebody on the street and the person is homeless, or somebody with a home but they just don't have grocery. I know it feels bad right now, but it could be worse. Look at people in Africa. Ma'am, I empathize with the people in Africa. I am not in Africa. I'm not in their position. I am me right now in this position. I live this minute. I live this moment. So yes, I empathize with them, but I cannot feel what they're feeling. I'm telling you what I'm feeling. That's what it comes down to. Next commenter says, hi Kate, I'm from Denmark, so my English may not be perfect, but I wanted to write to you for a while, so here I go. Watching your videos means so much to me. Often they make me cry, but in a good way. It is a cry of relief, the feeling of being understood and seen. I am a mother of 2 autistic daughters, age 17 and 13. The way you describe the motherhood of kids with disabilities is so heartwarming, real, and honest. Thank you so much. See, when one person speaks up, but she speaks up for a whole, for a group. There are a lot of mothers out there who feel what she feels. So, thank you, Kate. Next commenter says, a friend who also had a son with significant special needs suggested to me that we start a Moms Who Can't Die club. Wow, that's awesome. We both laughed a little at ourselves for the name, but we're both terrified of dying because of what will happen to our adult offsprings. My son has no relatives who will help him, and without help, he'd be out on the streets. I'm trying to set up systems to support him when I'm gone, but it's brutally hard, and the systems aren't enough. So like you, I feel like I just am not allowed to die. Yes, like you, I too feel the same. Next commenter says, same. With every passing day, we both get older. He's now 28 and I'm 62 this summer, and I am terrified. It's only me that cares for him now. Yes, there are siblings, but they have very little contact. His dad hasn't contacted in almost 1.5 years. Your post resonates with me. Thank you for sharing. Although we are not alone and most days are good, but it doesn't make you worry any less every day. Next commenter says, as a clinician, I can add to this by suggesting that part of the reason people can be uncomfortable with your sadness is that they probably feel pressure to fix the sadness, i.e. make it go away, and they don't know how to make that happen. Sometimes all that sad or grieving people need is for someone to just be there and allow them to be sad. Oh, a big holding hug for whoever you need it. She hit a couple of points of this. I have never looked at it that way. Maybe it's because they don't know how to help you or don't have a way of helping you. But then she added something else that says, sometimes all we need is someone to vent to and somebody to hold us and give us that permission to just let go. Let go for a second. I'll pick it back up. Just give me a minute. Let me let go. Next commenter says, everyone thinks I cope really well because I had an autistic brother, but now I have my own autistic son. The grief and the fear I feel at times is overwhelming. I let myself feel it, but try to move past it quickly. And that is realistic, because most of the time, the only choice I have is to feel it and let it pass quickly. Because life still goes on. He still needs his diaper change. He still needs to eat. He still needs. So, I'm fine. I can walk, I can talk, I can do everything. He needs help. So, I have to put my feeling on the back burner most of the time to make sure he's okay. I apologize. Next commenter says, "This is the truest video I have ever seen. I am speechless. Thank you for saying what we all think and feel. You are fighting battles that are going through hell and back. You are so amazing. Thank you." That's the reason why I follow Kate, because she speaks to my soul. She speaks to something, excuse me, in me that, you know, it feels like people don't understand. Only another person that's in my situation can understand. He who feels it knows it. That's what that comes down to. Next commenter says, "Thank you. I feel this. I just want to be sad sometimes too. And a lot of what I get from others when I open up and share my struggle is just be positive, or it will work out. Wait and see. Or have you tried this? So upsetting to not be allowed to feel what we feel. Thanks for this." Thank you, Kate, from the bottom of my heart. On behalf of the special need moms that enjoy your videos, we want to say thank you, because it feels like we have someone that's out there speaking for us. And keep the videos coming to let us know that it is okay to be sad. It is okay to let yourself go for a second and then come back to earth. If you would like to follow Kate, this is her Instagram page and handle. Go ahead and give her a follow. She has amazing content. Never mind the face. And let me know what you think about this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.